Hey, how you doing? Trader Joe's. Just wanted to show you something. We had some snow last night, so it looks pretty nice out. And the reason why I was making this video was because yesterday I started to make a video about something, a topic, and I ended up deleting it because I tried sending it to YouTube through my iPhone, and something happened, and it ended up only recording about a minute and a half of what I was trying to say, which took a lot longer than that. The topic I was trying to talk about was how we are being used by basically the liberal media and the Democratic Party as a tool. You know, what they're doing is they're hoping to elicit a response from conservatives or people that are interested in preserving the Second Amendment, and they're hoping that we get all nuts and crazy and start shooting people and stuff like that, so that they can use it to further their objective, which is to basically get us, regarded by even a larger majority of people as being nuts. And that's they're actually, when you think about it, in some ways they're really smart. In some ways they're even smarter than us. And what they do is they take advantage of the types of people that are what they call either, I've heard like Rush Limbaugh talking about them as being like low information voters. And what they are is they're people that just have very little understanding of the way things are and in the world and how things work, and they're just knee-jerk reactionary type people. And what they prey upon those kind of people to further their own objectives, which is ultimately to disarm the populace so that they can take control of it. In some ways, that's what I think is what they're going after. They're trying to get more control over the population of the planet, of the United States, and they're trying to use the low information people to get this objective taken, to get control of this large groups of people. And what I think is going on is the media, in particular, is always in bed with the Democrats. And I think the reason why they are, and liberals, I mean, is because their objective is to, the reason why the media want to support them is because they're more inclined to causing strife and causing people to go to be in some type of a turmoil, because the media only gets people to watch them when there's some type of a turmoil going on. They're only interested in trying to get to show, when you notice the news, they're always showing disasters, they're always showing bad things that have happened, earthquakes, hurricanes, 9/11. 9/11 was like a great thing for the news, because they had people watching it continuously for days and days and days, and every time if they showed a commercial, everyone would just sink into the people's mind. If they showed a Walmart commercial during the covering of a large, of an important event, it goes right into the consciousness of people, and then those people end up going to Walmart, and Walmart gives them more money every time that their ad generates more and more profit. It's all tied in, I think, in a way. And I know that some people may think some of this is like conspiracy type of thoughts, but it's not. It's just the way marketing works. You're gonna, if you had two different newspapers, right, and you had one newspaper which appealed to the people that spoke a language that is a very small amount of people that read it. In other words, if there was two newspapers, one newspaper was in English and the other newspaper was in Swahili, right? How many people are going to buy? More people are going to buy the newspaper that's written in English than there are about the newspaper that's written in Swahili, because how many people actually read Swahili? Smaller amount. And if you were a store that was going to advertise in both of these newspapers, if you were Home Depot and you were going to put an ad in the Swahili newspaper and an ad in the English newspaper, you're going to find that, and if the Swahili newspaper was going to charge you $50 an ad, and the American newspaper was going to charge you $50 an ad, you would say to yourself, why should I pay $50 to the Swahili newspaper that's only going to reach 10 people when, I could just put that $50 in the newspaper that's going to reach tens of millions of people? It just makes more sense. So, what I'm trying to say is, I think we're being used. They want us to react in a way that will cause more people to, they're hoping to cause strife. Just keep that in mind. The liberals and the media want us to react in a way that's gonna, that they could just point their finger and say, look how they're reacting. There's something wrong with them, and these people are not worthy of having these rights or whatever. They're hoping to cause a problem so that they can cover it. That's all it is. They just want a problem to happen so that they can cover the problem. It's almost like a self-fulfilling prophecy. And they're geniuses. And they also, the other thing I was going to tap on was, I like to look at sites like break.com and failblog and things like that, like for comedy. I like looking at things like that because they're humorous. I noticed that on those types of sites, most of the things that are put out, they're like one particular scene with like a word blurb below it that's just meant to cause people to laugh by looking at it. But they're very often like, there'll be something like, it was during the election, there was pictures of of Romney, right? And he was in a McDonald's, and it's just him standing there like as if he's talking to somebody behind the counter. And it said below it, I'll take one McDonald's to go, please. Like as if he was going to buy the store, and people that were thumbs upping that picture because it was funny. But when you think about it, all they were trying to do with that one picture was trying to say that he was so wealthy, that he was going to buy the whole store, right? But that type of ad is the type of thing. I mean, that type of comedy is something else that these types of people like to take advantage of. Is because they're low information type people. They used a very small amount of information, a picture or something like that, just a few words below it to get their point across. So when we're being verbose, I can't remember the name, but when we're talking a lot about something, they lose interest within a sentence or two. They can't sit there and listen for lengthy periods of time because they don't have the brain power to really just process lots and lots of information. You need to have somebody that's a leader in a leadership position that can just say very small amounts of information, maybe just one or two pictures to try to get a point across. That's what we need. Right? We need someone that's good at doing that. We need to get people that are artistic, that can make ads, not ads, comedy. You really need comedy. You got to appeal to the masses of these small-minded people, and you need to have somebody that could show a picture of something with just a few words below it to get a point across. Right? And I think what the problem is, most Republicans and conservatives are like high-minded types of people where they think deeply about things, and when they talk talk for a long period of time, and it involves lots and lots and lots of thought processes, and those low information type people, it goes right over their head. They zone out immediately. They're not going to sit there for an hour or 20 minutes or 5 minutes even. You have to try to get your point across pretty quick. This video would be way, way beyond the length of the time that those people would be willing to listen to. So that's just all I wanted to say in this video. All right. I hope this has been helpful. Hope it's been enjoyable. And I don't know where my stop button is. Where is it? There it is. Okay. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.